Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Johnny Bananerrz Experiment. I am your host, of course, Johnny Bananerrz, and I'll let my hosts on my right side introduce themselves.
My name is Elisa, aka Pebblez.
My name is. Why do you enunciate host like that?
Hosts?
You made sure that S.
Host. I don't know.
Anterrio, oh no, it's Rio. And I ain't your baby daddy. And that is all.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Not never.
All right, so it's been a while. I feel like it's been like forever, actually, since we all been together. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
No, it's been forever. I had car problems.
I mean, last week was my birthday, so.
Big. How old are you now? Like 21?
I wish I could do 21 over again, man. I'm 30.
Hey, 30. It's all downhill.
Yeah, why does everybody say that? I don't feel good at 30. You kidding me?
I always say it's always downhill after 25. That's just me, though.
Oh, I've been on the upswing since forever. We good. I've been on the upswing since high school. I was on downswing with the way that my shit went like stocks, nigga. I was out of high school, nigga. I was up there, and then
Roller coaster.
And then I got in the military, and the motherfucker shot up even more. And then I got out the military, and that motherfucker dropped. Then I got a job.
You went back up.
Then I met Ty's ass, man, and it shot up because women, for whatever reason, love a nigga in a relationship, and then that motherfucker dropped. But then I got divorced, and now they got me. Nigga just threw the goddamn roof. I'm GameStop right now, nigga.
I can't.
No, GameStop. That's never mind. I ain't gonna touch that. So,
Like that reference.
So it is. What is it? The 3rd February, Black History Month.
Hey.
First episode of Black History Month. It's also my dad's birthday. Shout out to my dad. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dad.
I don't know how old he is. I think he's 32. So of course with Black Friday, everything going on.
All right. So technically I ain't divorced yet. Today's my second anniversary.
Happy anniversary!
Boy, I got on Facebook today. Nigga was mad than a bitch.
Of course, Facebook will be the one to remind you.
Oh boy, I sure forgot.
Guess what day it is?
I heart the video though.
Was the wedding video? I'm not on Facebook.
Yeah, it was like they were like dancing with like the umbrella or something, like a whole New Orleans type.
Doing the silhouette challenge. So I'm sick of these goddamn challenges, dude.
I love these challenges. Y'all not.
Of course, you like the challenges.
Yeah, I mean, I like sex.
Dirty birdie.
I like sex. The fuck. I enjoy it. It's fun.
I'm the one person on the planet who don't.
Right.
But thoroughly enjoy it.
Here it
I mean, if you're gonna show yourself a free shit, I'll look. I ain't gonna turn my eye like I'm not interested.
Yeah, but how many times do you have to show yourself?
Often.
Is that all you got though?
That's all. That's all they need. Now, women sit on a gold mine every day. They literally piss out of a gold mine, shit out of another gold mine, brush their teeth with another gold mine, and they put a bra over the other gold mine every day. These motherfuckers are walking like like in the old days, nigga, like the like in San Francisco was the gold rush and shit. They sitting on gold rushes. A whole bunch of it don't even matter how you look.
49er minors.
You can look terrible. I've seen some terrible looking. I've subscribed to some fat white girls on OnlyFans thing, and I'm not bullshitting.
Not in Black History Month, sir.
Man, listen, that fat white girl deserves to put BLM on her shit because she fucks nothing but. I've seen her take enough dick to be. She should be able to say nigga because she's taking some poundings. I know y'all like that because y'all black enthusiasts and shit. Oh, fucking hotep ass niggas. But
Hotep.
oh, black Hebrew ass. Oh, Israel ass.
So anyway, back to the black. You guys got any stories, Black history stories, anything happened even in your lives that you guys like remember or want to share?
In black history?
Just anything, yeah. Anything that you experienced, maybe, possibly.
I experienced. Nigga, I'm from the South. I experienced a lot
of history. Like what?
Like learning Black history, or just like
no, just like have you ever experienced it? Like, have you ever experienced an event that you didn't know was going to be history and then it ended up becoming like history?
Nah.
I mean,
not Katrina, out here.
Katrina, I guess, but I don't know if that counts as black history. That's just fucking history.
No, yeah, that's just American history.
But Katrina, I mean, ain't nothing really like pop after that. I mean, even though crazy shit that would be black history. Other like that's hip hop history, and I was there for the fucking resurgence of Houston, but that's it. That kind of turned back then. But like that's it. Like when
Like
Texas
the
rap was
screw era?
running, when Texas rap was running shit, like everybody was dug in and shit. When like Texas, like you hear like Caprice music in fucking Washington. The fuck, you know about Caprice music? Dallas, Tum Tum.
Dallas.
Shit. Anyway, man,
I can't wait. I'm going to Dallas again next year. I can't wait.
can't wait. The dirtiest fucking city. Fuck Dallas.
What?
Fuck
I like
Dallas.
Dallas. What's wrong with Dallas?
It's don't belong in Texas. Put that. That's South Oklahoma. Fuck Dallas.
Dallas got good barbecue though.
Yeah, fuck Dallas barbecue too.
It's always the light skins.
Right.
So what about if you haven't experienced any history? What about, is there any body or any part of history that you learned about that like really drew you to it, or like brought you, I don't know, kind of like intrigued you, or you know?
I mean, I had to Google mostly Black historical events because they don't teach that.
Because Arizona.
Here in Arizona.
Yeah.
So you just learn about Martin Luther King, and you know that was it. Slavery was like a page, and that was it. I had to Google everything else, or just find out from my parents or family members. But
Ask the granny who lived through it.
my daughter has like this Black figures in history book. Mm-hmm. So I looked through that and I was like, damn, okay, like half of that shit I didn't know.
Isn't it like anything like of Black history that kind of surprised you, like you didn't know like happened?
I don't know of anyone that comes to mind. I just know like the like the ones we know, like everybody knows, I feel like, but nothing comes to mind.
So you know anything about the Tulsa race riots?
I know about Tulsa race riots.
Do you know who James Baldwin is?
Yes.
All right. Who else? What other fucking?
That's what I'm saying. It's
shit?
like I'm trying to think of, but would you ask us yesterday, who inspired us? I have a couple Black women.
So who inspired you?
I would say Whoopi Goldberg and Angela Bassett.
Why Whoopi Goldberg?
Whoopi Goldberg because she looked like me. You feel me? And like,
I don't think anybody look like Whoopi.
Well, no, meaning like
God don't make
Black.
mistakes.
Damn.
I'm just kidding.
Because she's Black. She had like the locks in her hair. You feel me? She was in like a whole bunch of films. Like she was really out there. You know what I'm saying? So I think she set the tone for just like actresses going, forth. Like that's deep. But same with Angela Bassett. She was in everything.
What's your favorite Whoopi movie, and what's your favorite Angela Bassett movie?
My favorite Whoopi one, I like Ghost. Ghost, and I like Sister Act 2, of course. Sister Act 1 and 2.
I hate Sister Act 2, but
you hate
not because it's a bad movie. It's just
what you mean?
My sister used to play it all the time, and so
yeah.
it burnt me out. I'm like, please turn this shit off.
You're right. And Angela Bassett's, I like What's Love Got to Do with It. I think
that's my all-time favorite.
Yeah, she ripped that shit, and that's one of my favorite movies. So yeah, she killed it.
What about you? What is your favorite?
My favorite what?
Out of them two.
Out of who?
You don't watch their movies?
No.
What?
That's racist. You've never seen an Angela Bassett movie?
No, I've seen an Angela Bassett movie. I saw Thin Between Love and Hate. That's not Angela Bassett.
That's not Angela Bassett.
Damn. What?
That's that lady. That's that lady that looked like her. That's that lady. I can't remember that shit.
That lady looks
don't even
nothing
look
like
like
her. Brandy.
don't.
What's her name? Brandy. Not Brandy. What's her name? Her name
She's
is Brandy in the movie.
Yeah,
but
she's always in movies.
She's crazy.
She's crazy.
She's
She was in
playing
Eve's
somebody
Bayou as
crazy.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
So
My favorite Angela Bassett movie is Vampire in Brooklyn. Fuck y'all. Yes.
what?
Yeah, Vampire in Brooklyn. There.
That
Now what?
movie's
That
trash.
movie is great.
Trash.
That movie is great and it's hilarious. John Witherspoon had a trans joke in that. Y'all need to go back and rewatch that shit. Vampire in Brooklyn is hilarious.
What is it?
What?
You
What
said
is
the joke.
Oh, I'm not telling that joke.
Why?
Partially because I think that telling a lot of people other people's jokes, you can't say it the same way they would, and that shit you got to see it.
Because he said it a
say
certain way.
yeah, I can't act that out. I would love to, but I can't act it out.
I was telling Brandon, I got catfished by a transgender.
You got catfish by a trans man or woman.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like a man, of course. Like he had the beard and like.
Sorry.
Not it. Okay.
Don't expound. I'm just teasing. You don't fucking.
He
Try to lose viewers.
He looked.
That fucking sensitive ass shit.
You know, I thought it was a man. I mean,
he looked like a man.
Right, and then like it wasn't. He told me like, yeah, I'm actually. Why I keep saying it? That's so fucking annoying. He was transgendered, so I was like, oh, okay. Like, did you have like a change? He's like, yeah, like I changed. I'm taking hormones, and I was like,
I definitely saw a trans man on fucking Twitter yesterday. He posted a nude nigga, and this nigga he had like the scar like for like getting the breast removed and shit, and yeah, hair on the chest because taking hormones. Nigga had like all the way down the pews and shit. Biggest clit I've ever seen in my life. I was like, ugh. Yuck.
Just give me a thumbs up.
Yuck. You never see China's porno?
China's porno?
Yeah.
Black China?
No, nigga. The wrestler China.
Oh, One Night in China?
Yeah.
She had a porno?
You didn't see?
Oh, like 90, like early 2000s.
You didn't see how big her clit was?
Yeah.
That's how that shit looked. China clit like a little, like a
wrestling
micro
belt.
penis. Right. So yeah, that shit was, that was interesting.
Shut up, tag team partner.
Anyways, who is your,
Who, like, people...
you're black.
One person always I enjoyed or always looked up to, one would be Spike Lee. One, because everybody knows I'm a movie buff, so I watch movies a lot. But his style and the way he told his stories, especially about black culture, especially like the early 80s to the 90s, like I always enjoyed it. Like I pretty much watched, well, not all of his movies, but pretty much all his movies up until like the 2000s I've pretty much seen. And like even recently, like I haven't seen, have you guys seen She's Gotta Have It?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I watched that for the first time, right? Like I think it was like a month ago. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, even like now, I'm just like, this shit is gangster. Like,
have you seen the remake?
Thinks of no. Who thinks of this? Like, who would come up with this stuff? But the way his views on certain things and the way he like approaches things, I always admire that. I actually, for like a few years, I actually wanted to be either like Mookie or like Radio Raheem for like Halloween, but I'm always a last minute person, so I never just got like my outfits and stuff together to do it. But yeah, like that's how much like I'm like I like Spike. But I mean I like all his movies. I've seen them all. I'm a big fan of all of them. From obviously Do the Right Thing. That's my favorite movie, as you can see on the wall.
Right.
Over there, nigga.
Oh, wow, they can't see that.
Yeah, they can't see it. What else? Mo Better Blues. Yeah, there you go. Even got pillows and stuff in here. Mo Better Blues, Jungle Fever, Clockers. Crooklyn is obviously really
Jungle
big.
Fever was good. And Crooklyn.
Crooklyn, yeah. That was a big one, especially for New Yorkers. School Days. A lot of people didn't really like School Days, but I like School Days.
School Days is one of my favorites.
Yeah. So, and actually some of those movies are actually on either Netflix or Hulu. So if you get a chance, look them up, check them out. I think you just type in Spike Lee and they all pop up. But yeah. And then another person, I don't know.
The fuck you just say? You said you don't know?
I don't know. No, I mean there's just so many. Like,
boy, if you don't get out here with this book report shit. So many pages. So many words to choose from.
No, there's so many people. Obviously LeBron. I'm a big LeBron fan too. He's more of our now generation, not like back then. But
it's still a story.
Yeah,
still
right.
History.
I mean, yeah, obviously he's made history. It's not even just like LeBron, like the way he plays the game is like it's just him as a total person off the court, like the things he do for his community, building the school, always looking out for people, starting the programs, even for like try to get felons to vote and all that stuff. Like the activism that he does outside of the game is very admiring, and I like stuff like that. So I like people who actually try to take care of other people. It's not always like about yourself. Like I get it, you built your own fortune, blah blah blah, but actually you really don't, because if it ain't for the fans or the people who are supporting certain people, Like, that's how you get your business. That's how you become famous. You know what I mean?
Right.
And a lot of celebrities get to that status and they like, be like, you know, basically fuck everybody, or especially the fans. Like, we don't owe you nothing. Like, I did some of my own. It's like, no, nigga, we bought the albums. We bought the tickets. We showed up. Like, so people who actually, you know, care enough to actually give back, like, that's what I like. So,
What up?
what about you?
All right, well, I'll say probably my favorite figure would be
The
Fred
nigga say
Hampton.
UGK watch.
Nah, Fred Hampton. It's Fred Hampton, man. Fred Hampton was in line to be one of the leaders of the Black Panther Party. He was one of the leaders, but he was in line like to kind of take the head on it. And one thing that he did that put him on J. Edgar Hoover's list, which got him killed ultimately, was that he was able to kind of communicate between the poor blacks, the poor whites, the Mexicans, the middle class, and some, a couple upper class whites and shit, and essentially had them all kind of join together. And that's what's scary when people start to realize that the similarities between a lot of us is economic issues, and FBI ain't like that shit. J. Edgar Hoover had him killed. Long story short, man, the fucking Chicago PD ran up in the crib. Of course, there was a whole bunch of Black Panthers in there. There was one shot out, which was in defense, and it was like fucking 30 or 40 shots in, and they shot that man while he was asleep. And that was it. So Fred Hampton is probably my number one. My number two would be Eddie Murphy, though. Eddie Murphy was like, I swear, if I ever meet that nigga, I'm gonna cry. Eddie Murphy is like, I always, ever since I was a kid, huh?
That's how I feel about Tom Brady.
About Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Bruh.
you
Go
got a lot
to
of
goats.
motherfuckers. Yeah. I mean, that's a fucking, I mean, I get it, man. Like, you feel like you kind of like, you can relate to it. Like, somebody gave up on you, which he's like a fucking 7th-round pick. So it's like, I get it.
Tom Brady though.
Yeah, she's like 15. But
Yeah.
I don't know why he irritates me, but
Because he won a lot. He's good. Good people irritate motherfuckers.
but this Sunday he ain't winning this one.
that's what they said the last time.
All right, they said that
And the
last
last
time, but
time.
this one he ain't winning.
And the
this
last time. Well,
But-
Tommy Friday did. But
Eddie Murphy, though, for sure, man. I think the reason I even want to start doing any kind of comedy and shit was because of Eddie Murphy. But Eddie Murphy, man, was like always my big inspiration for anything. I always like, I'm a big audiophile. I love music and shit. And I loved Michael Jackson growing up and all that, but I never wanted to be like Mike. I never wanted to be like Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, Michael Jackson, but nobody. I did want to be like Eddie Murphy, though. I always wanted to be like Eddie.
what's your favorite Eddie movie?
And movie, honestly, my favorite, which is it's not gonna be like the top of anything, but it's my favorite to watch because it's funny as shit. Is just Norbit, man. I can laugh at Norbit all
Norbert
day.
is hilarious.
I can see that. I like
Laugh,
Meet
just goofy
Dave.
and funny as shit.
Like
I don't like seeing black man in a dress, but I love Norbit, man.
You ever seen that one?
What did you say?
Meet Dave?
Me there, I fucking hate that movie.
I mean,
He's like what is he? He's like some type of alien.
Yeah, he's an alien, and he has a
What
whole
the
bunch of
hell?
aliens. There's a whole bunch of aliens controlling the spacecraft
Yeah,
that's
they're
a
like
human body and
They're
shit.
controlling a human body. but
I've
fucking
never seen that.
I just
Yeah,
like
'cause
it's
it's
just
straight
funny
to DVD.
the whole Old Navy thing. I said that shit for like 2 years.
He only had like one good joke in that shit. That movie was terrible.
I mean, I like Coming to America, but I think
Everybody likes Coming to
likes that
America.
one.
It's like saying I like
I've
white
never
bread.
seen it.
But I mean, it's a good movie. Like, it's funny.
Yeah.
But no, I think my favorite Eddie movie though is Bowfinger.
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
love
that's a
Bowfinger.
classic.
And
I
the
used
reason
to,
I love it,
Yeah, that is
I used to have that
classic.
movie. I used to watch it every day.
yeah. I think the
what
reason I
happened
like it, man, is because like a lot of motherfuckers, even I do, like you give up, like because the first act is slow as shit.
Yeah.
It's slow, man. It's like God, did it like Steve Martin ain't making you laugh, Eddie ain't make you laugh. It's just fucking like all right, but then like the second and third act is just tears, bro. That freeway scene still brings tears in my eye. I cry laughing at that shit every time I see it. And that's all. So Eddie Murphy and Fred Hampton.
Okay.
Yeah, you wasn't expecting that shit, nigga.
Kind of was actually. Well, at least the second one.
Fair.
For obvious reasons. I mean, obviously we talked about it before too, but yeah. So another question I was asking y'all was, what are some stereotypes or some stigmas, I guess, about black people that you heard about that you don't like, rubs you the wrong way, annoys you, things of that nature? Like I'll say, so like one of my pet peeves about black people is the fact that they how do you say this?
I'm not racist,
The
but
blame game. I don't like that. So like black people, like they're saying like, oh, well, I grew up in this environment, or I'm down this, I'm not in that. So this is the way I am, blah,
Right.
blah, blah. Like, I get it, but I don't get it because at the same time,
You can get yourself out
you
of
can
that.
do, yeah, exactly. Like, I came from that environment. I didn't choose to do
Right.
half that shit. I didn't choose to shoot nobody just because, you know, I didn't like the color they were wearing, or I didn't, you know, like the way they looked at me, or, you know, because they stepped in my shoe like it's a fucking shoe. Like, so you know what I mean? Like, I don't like people who
But-
say, well, this is how I grew up, this is how I raised. Like,
You wasn't raised by a single mom, were you?
yeah,
Were you raised by a single mom?
yeah.
You have any kind of male figures around your life?
I mean, my dad wasn't around.
All right, well, that's a fucking big tell on a lot of this shit with a lot of the niggas. Like, even me, because I kind of fell into that life for a little bit too. And it's just like, you don't have nobody to go to, you know what I mean? So, like, you don't have nobody to direct you. A woman can't teach a man to be a man. She can raise him the right way. She can't teach him to be a man, you feel me? She can't pass him down that knowledge that another man's going to be able to pass down to him. So,
Yeah, but
with that, you get that guidance from another nigga who is just another OG on the block.
But my
You
dad
see
never
him all the time.
influenced me though. So I mean, so when I say he was around, I don't mean like, yeah, like I would go to his house like every other weekend. I mean like if he, you know, he was close enough, I guess, if I needed to reach him. But he never influenced anything in my life. Like I basically, me and my siblings, we, you know, live with my mom. She basically did everything, blah blah blah. I didn't still choose to go out and
I feel you.
make
But
my life hell
think-
because
I think one of those things is that safety blanket that you had to being able to even call him is enough. Cause like I didn't have that shit. I couldn't call my dad. You know what I mean? And like there's a big difference if you see my brothers, like my biological father, his kids, and me is a fucking vast difference between me. And they just cause like he was around for them. And like I was like I was robbing niggas, nigga. I was running up in niggas' houses all the time. And it's just like there was nothing. You had to survive. I mean, you in a situation, you just gotta find a way to make it. So, but I get it, like from the other, from any point of view, like you can make it straight. Or the thing is, man, is like if I was watching another little Black Revolution video, the dude said, man, it says we're asking for civility, we're asking for this. If I see a man with if I see a man with a loaf of bread and I'm hungry, I'm gonna ask him for this bread, and I'm asking him for this bread, and he says nothing, and he eats it. I'm asking him again, he says nothing, he eats it. I ask him again, he says nothing, he eats it. Well, eventually, the next cause, I'm going to take the bread. And that's how some of us are. Some people can get it when they ask and when they work towards it.
I
And some
get it, but
motherfuckers
at the
just
same
take it
time, how do you take something that somebody else worked hard for?
by working harder than by taking it.
But that's my point. So you can't just be like, well, this is what I'm used to, or because that person said no, so now I'm just going to, you know what I mean? You can't do that.
We have a...
And we're not going to be better as a people until people realize you can't be that way. Like, I get it. We grow up in these environments, these hoods, these ghettos, whatever you want to call them, the projects. But again, nobody is forcing you to be bad. Just like people say, oh, well, I need to sell drugs because I need to make money. Instead of, because they're too prideful to go, well, I'm just going to apply at McDonald's. They'd rather go do bad shit than do when they have other options that are available.
Even situations
But
like
they're
that.
choosing not to do it because it's not cool enough, or because the people in their neighborhood is going to look at them a certain way.
Right.
Like, you guys got to break that mentality. Like, it's not, oh, well, because the other niggas in my projects are doing it, I got to do it. No, you don't.
Right.
You don't.
You know, all right. So first with the drugs thing, right? With the drugs thing is sometimes, man, like in those environments, yo, you have to grow up a lot faster than you intended to. Like, you're a grown man at 13 because you got to take care of the house. You know what I mean? I left here when I was 14. I went to Houston and went to jail immediately, nigga. Like, I got arrested for possession of drugs. I was trying to sell and shit because my grandmother lost a job. A fucking janitor, nigga. We ain't had no money coming in, so we had to eat somehow. But she can't make money. She was a janitor. My grandmother dropped out of school in middle school. Like, she grew up picking cotton and shit, you know. So we I did my little jail shit. I told my grandmother that's what changed my life. Cause I didn't want my grandmother to see me do that shit again. I told her I would never. You would never see me in fucking court again, ever, no shit like that, ever. And I held true to that shit. I stand by that. But on the I forgot the other point was I was trying to make, but like it's there's duality to everything, man. I think that's what makes the world a better place when you can accept somebody else's flaws, and because they're gonna be able to accept yours. Like, for example, dog, I do support the LGBT movement, all that bullshit. I support all that shit.
He said
right?
all that bullshit.
All that bullshit. Because they try to compare it to the fucking black struggle, nigga. And I'm not down with that shit. That shit's disrespectful as fuck.
Not at all.
But LGBT movement, I'm down with the shit. That's cool. Y'all do y'all shit. Not down with the pronouns, nigga. I'm not changing my shit up. I'm not he, her, they. Fuck that shit, nigga. I call what I see.
You know what? When I first started my semester, was it a couple weeks ago, at my photography class, literally we had to do like a self evaluation quiz or whatever, like introduce ourselves, blah blah blah. And literally the second question, so the first question, what's your name? And the second question is, what is your pronoun? And I just laughed for like a fucking 5 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck you mean, what is my pronoun? So like I get it, but I don't get it. But
I think the thing is, man, like the reason it annoys me so much is that I have to remember that for you specifically. Bad enough I gotta remember, like if I called you dude every time, eventually be like, nigga, you don't know my motherfucking name, nigga? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so now I have to remember not only that, but also they. Nigga, fuck you. I'm not doing that shit.
That's your pronoun. But yeah, I was like, it's like, so what is your pronoun? I'm like, like, come on, bro. I just think people push it too far. Or not even push it too far. I think they try to push it on people too much.
Yeah, push it on people.
Like, if you want to be whatever you want to be, then be who you want to be. But
Shockingly,
forcing everybody else to like adhere to it, like that's on you, bro. Like it has nothing to do, or girl, whatever. This is on you. Like don't put it on me. Like
I think that
there's still only two genders. I don't care what you say. There's only two genders.
I think that sexist. There's I think that both sides of that are equally oppressive, I guess. Where on one side they don't want them practicing what they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've seen gay guys. I don't think motherfucker like becomes gay. I guess you can and shit, but I know motherfuckers that's born gay. I know niggas that talk with the bottom of their teeth all their life. You know, but other than that, on the other side, it's so like there's no acceptance on that side for that shit, and then on the other side it's like, well, you're gonna accept me or you're blah 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 blah, like a fucking phobia, nigga.
You're phobic. Yeah.
Homophobia is not a. I'm not afraid of no fucking gay man. It's not a fucking phobia. And like I'm not homophobic. But I gotta stress that shit. But like if I was, nigga, like if I said like an anti-gay joke or some shit, nigga, I'm not afraid of the gay man, nigga. It's a fucking joke. Laugh the shit off or don't. Some shit ain't funny to everybody. So I don't have no gay jokes yet. Oh, I'm working on something. But
another I would say too, so that not to get off topic, but or to get back on topic, I should say. Another kind of thing that irritates me too is like the self-segregation of black people. You know what I mean? Like black people always say, you know, we want to be equal. We want to be, you know, we don't want you to call out our color.
Yeah.
We don't want to do, you know, we want to be part of everything and, you know, be with everybody. Mm-hmm. But then they go, oh, well, black this, black that. Like not to say like you shouldn't be proud of, you know, who you are, your heritage, your race. But then go, oh, look at that white boy Timmy. You can't say that and then get mad when they say, look at that black dude Jamal. You know what I mean? Like, you can't say, oh, you know, oh, we don't like, or we want to be included, but then get mad when like black people decide to do interracial dating or something like that. Like you can't pick and choose when it's okay to be accepted and when it's okay for you to segregate. You know what I'm talking about?
You having an issue about it, so
yeah. Like, so it's like, well, I don't understand. Like, oh, they're not hiring us because we're black. But then you're saying, well, I don't want to work for the white man, or what the fuck does that mean, bro? You can't have. You're contradicting yourselves a lot.
That's another thing, man. It's like I said, we don't see the other side for a lot of things, man. It's the duality of that shit. Like if you think about it, that's what you're arguing is MLK versus Malcolm X. That's what Malcolm X and the Nation of Islam preached was black separatism.
Right.
Basically, we have our own shit. We govern ourselves. We don't want to integrate your schools. Just give us what you have at your schools, and we'll educate our own and shit. You know what I mean? Like that's what they wanted.
But I'm talking specifically to people who claim they want everything to be whole, and then on the flip side of the coin, go, well, I just want black, black, black. You can't do that.
You know what? I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate on that. The devil's advocate I'll play. I just fucking love playing fucking
the white devil's advocate. No, I'm just kidding.
The devil's advocate on that shit is that maybe they just feel as though we gotta catch up to fit in. So I'm gonna buy black so I can invest in this black business, or like just buy black, support black, blah blah blah, and we lift ourselves up so we can be equal as opposed to fucking waiting on handouts. Like they think we do.
I get it, but at the same time, niggas
that's
gotta
why I
stop doing that.
That's like
Yeah,
that's the genius of LL. LL did that shit. My bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying like I get what you're saying. Like, they always make we always make excuses, like, trying to, like, no, I ain't into that. But it's just like, you want to feel included, so you have to be open to a lot of things.
Yeah, to be open-minded, yeah. It's like I said, specifically, or not specifically, but like one example, like I said, with the interracial dating, we can't say, oh, we don't want you to see color. We don't want to see color, and then say, why is he with that white boy, or why is she with that white boy? Why is he with that white girl?
Right.
Like, come on, bro. Like, which one is it? You can't have it both ways.
Right.
You can't.
And I think a lot of,
or you can say,
You can.
don't call me the N-word, and then turn around and go, look at this cracker. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't do that.
You can.
You can, but you look fucking retarded doing it.
But you can.
And then that's why they look at us all.
they look at us crazy. Sometimes.
Yeah, they look at us all inclusively.
We worry too much about they look at themselves crazy, nigga. We ain't worried about how they look at us.
I'm talking about white people. This is why white people look at us.
They look at
because
themselves.
they look at one person and
I know,
go,
but we could see why they look at us crazy. We
Exactly.
could see it.
I don't give a fuck
Exactly.
about their percent. Fuck their percent. I don't give a fuck about their
I'm
percent.
just saying. I'm just saying, if we trying to grow, like, we need to change too. Like,
I've always been the person who goes off the moniker, be the example. That's it.
Say what?
I always lived my life off the moniker of be the example. That's all I'm saying. Just be the example. You want them to not look at you like that, then stop doing it.
Yeah.
You got to stop doing it.
That is
I
true.
get it. It's that they're doing it. Okay, it's wrong. Yeah, but doesn't mean you need to do it too. Like they say, 2 wrongs don't make a right, even though technically it does mathematically, which is another argument. 2 negatives do make a positive. Sorry, but
that's multiplying the negatives. So you got to have a lot more negatives. You're gonna do that shit literally, I guess.
Exactly.
Or dividing it, but.
So what are you guys' pet peeves or annoyances that you guys
White people
seem to
shit.
come like what?
Saying white people shit. Like, I like bull riding. The shit was fun as fuck. I went spelunking one time. That shit was on accident.
What is that?
Wait, so you don't like when black people do white people shit?
No,
or?
say that shit.
Oh, say it.
I'm always doing white people shit, so I lose my black card because I'm doing white people shit. Like spelunking.
The fuck is spelunking?
Y'all niggas.
We're basic.
It's underwater cave diving, man.
Oh, that'd be dope.
I did that shit on accident.
How you do that on accident? Did you
I
follow
went
the
to
boat?
I just followed the white people, bro. We got down waterfall. They was like, grab my foot, bro. I was like, all right.
Follow some white people in the water.
Yeah.
That's how we got to America.
We went under the water, man. We went under the water and came up in this fucking cave, bro. And I tried to like touch the ground, damn near drown, nigga. I had to hang on the wall and shit. It was pretty dope. It was pretty dope. There was another cave out there too, but the niggas actually drowned. I was like, I'm not going in that bitch.
Oh, what's that? Sound like they try to set you up.
It was
follow
like
us.
Small, yeah.
It's hidden
No,
concave structure.
after they brought me through there, I brought everybody else through. I was like, oh, come on, son, you'll love it in here.
Came a tour guide.
I stuck my leg. I just had everybody grab my leg and I just pull them through that motherfucker. But yeah, so I don't like motherfuckers saying that's that white people shit. Oh, nigga, I love.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like certain things are white people stuff. That's what you're saying.
I love it. Like I love extreme sports, dude.
I mean, because I feel like, when they say that, it's like, well, we can do it too. Like,
Yeah, just like snowboarding.
Yeah, I would love to
stuff
snowboard
that.
and like.
What does that have to do with anything?
Snowboarding is the shit. Have you ever done that?
No.
Snowboarding is fun as fuck. It hurts like a motherfucker, but it's fun.
Yeah, I used to skateboard a little bit when I was younger.
You're gonna fall. You're gonna fall a lot on that motherfucking snowboard because you can't move your legs. You stuck on the board.
I'd rather like ski though. Like I want to have 2 of them.
I heard skiing is harder than snowboarding.
Word?
Goddamn lie.
Yeah.
I feel like because you have 2, you can just.
When you have the snowboard, I mean, you have both your legs strapped in, so you're able to control it. As far as skis, you have to individually control them.
It's a lot easier to control one thing individually than control one thing with 2 things trying to go the opposite way. And nigga,
Exactly.
if you fall right now, right, your one leg might go up, but the other go stay on the ground. But you on a snowboard, so guess what can't happen? So you just gonna fall and then you go fucking flip. No, I flipped so many times, bro. I'm very well coordinated and shit.
Yeah.
I flipped so many. It felt like a football game. I feel like it felt like I got into a fight. Like I hit the snow so much, man. My shit was hurt, boy. Just like let me like punch you for like 20 minutes. That's how it felt. Not hard either. Just and then that tomorrow you be like, God damn, my shit is sore as hell.
So what about you? What is yours?
Y'all have some good ones. Let me go through my childhood right quick.
So what you thinking about
I guess
that?
with the I do have one.
Okay.
I guess with like the interracial dating, I feel like a lot of like black women get attacked when we try to like date outside of our race. You feel me?
By
Like,
who?
Yeah, right. Oh, else would ask that.
I mean, yeah, you'll see a lot of black women say, "Oh, well, why is he dating that white girl?" I'm not saying it because they gonna do what they want to do. You feel me? But I feel like a lot of black men be like, "Well, why are you dating outside your race?" Is like, "What we doing?" Like, you know what I'm saying? And I see that a lot too.
The only nigga I've ever heard that say that. My bad. Only person I ever heard say that was Dr. Umar Johnson. I ain't never heard nobody else say that shit.
Umar Johnson, who's that?
Damn, man.
Jesus Christ.
What?
I don't know.
Y'all are breaking, man.
Am I supposed to know that?
Y'all need to go back to the South, man.
I was never raised in the South, so I'm not gonna fucking know
go
that
back
shit.
and just find some roots.
But no, so fuck, I'm not, because that's not where I was just born there.
That's where them roots at, though.
Okay, but I mean, it's not up to me to be like, oh, let me go in.
It is definitely up to you to go out to the South.
I can Google it to see who it is, but I've been
That's
to
not
the South.
experiencing it.
But I'm just saying, I
Like-
don't have to
like
experience
you
it.
can
I
Google
wasn't
colleges
raised
and you
there.
can experience it.
I mean, I don't know, because I can research slavery. Don't mean I need to experience.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have to go and like, oh, this is what we picked.
I don't go get some lashes.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not about to be doing all that. Like, why? I don't want to experience
But
that.
I would say to that though,
My mic's not.
there's a lot of. You said what?
My mic's not working. It's fine.
Your mic is working. You just unplugged it. You moved the cable. She moved the cable. It got a short in it.
Oh.
There you go.
But what?
I was saying a lot of kind of the issue is
Oh, fuck it.
with the
It's fine.
You ain't here?
No, it's fine.
Yeah, take this one.
No, it's okay. It's fine.
you can hear everybody still, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I would say a lot of is the contradictory, like I was saying earlier. So like black women, they'll say, you know, why are you dating a white girl? You shouldn't be dating a white girl. You don't love black women. Like they attack black men for dating outside their
Right.
race. Oh, you don't like black women. You don't love our queens. You don't protect them. But then they'll turn around and go date Billy, and then they just expect
Why you gotta be? Why his name gotta be Billy though?
just expect us to just, like be okay with it. Which a lot of black people, a lot of black men don't really care. Like they just don't care. But the moment they do say something, then it's like, oh, why are you attacking us? About, you know what I mean? So it's
But I don't do it. I don't date outside of my race because black men just didn't do it for me. I would never say anything like that. It's just I find that connection with somebody. They have to be white or Mexican, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm
respect
saying?
that.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna be like, well, I'm just dating them because I'm sick of y'all niggas. Like I would never say anything like that because I had some amazing black dudes come in my life, and it just didn't work out. You feel me? Why are you laughing?
Because I'm not mature enough to even say shit like that. I had some amazing black guys come in my life.
I mean, obviously, you know, shit didn't work out. But if I have a connection with somebody and they happen to be on the other side of the race, that's fine too. You know, same with black dudes dating white girls. I mean, I personally don't have an issue, but you know, I had some things in my childhood that came up with, you know, issues like that. But I shouldn't like attack that because like that's what they want to do.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, do you? Shit, I don't give a fuck. Hey, why are you
Alright.
laughing?
No, man.
So
Hey,
mature.
man. Rest in peace, Whitney, yo.
What?
Rest in peace, Whitney. Because you keep killing her on this goddamn podcast.
Oh, for real? I did on the last one, huh? Well, I mean, she did take my man when I was 12, so I was feeling some type of way.
Oh, man.
She took my man, and that was my first, like, damn, girl.
Becky with the good hair.
Yeah,
No,
like,
you
you
know
gonna
what, bro?
take my man like that? I thought
Hey.
he was cool.
I feel that, bro, because like sometimes you some shit you just don't get over it, man. That's
I don't know why. I mean, I was so young, but like, I was really like,
No, I feel
damn.
you. Yeah, you just
She
don't
took
get over
my
shit.
man,
It's like,
though.
Nah, fuck this bitch.
She
for the rest
took
of her
my
motherfucking
man.
life, nigga. What she do? She stole my goddamn Snickers bar when I was 6 years old. Nigga, fuck that bitch. Oh, shit.
That's
But-
the thing. I'm not a forgiving person. I don't forgive.
Yeah. Like, I forgive, but then I don't forget. So it's like, if it's on the back of my mind, but I forgave your ass, I'm still going to bring it up.
You know what I always thought was funny? Like, you know, like in church, they always preach like forgiveness.
Yeah.
And then say, and if you don't forgive whatever, they say, or do you think you're better than God or something like that?
Oh,
But it's like
what the
in
hell?
reality, if I forgive more than God does, then I actually do think I'm better than God. So who am I to forgive somebody? You know what I mean?
I would
So
just
why-
say
God would
yes.
forgive you. Like they say, God forgives, I don't. Like
I would
if
say-
I forgive everybody, then I'm gonna feel like, well, I'm better than him because God don't forgive everybody.
tell them
Like
niggas
realistically, he don't.
I would
Otherwise,
tell
hell
niggas-
wouldn't exist.
I would tell niggas that I'm
Right?
better than God because I ain't got no babies out of wedlock. And God do.
Not yet.
God do.
Technically, God doesn't. Jesus
God does. God.
I'm just kidding.
Jesus, not
I
his
was
own
just
father.
But
I just didn't even paying
that
attention.
that would have been like my most like issue with them. But that's about it. You know.
I'm happy God got a sense of humor. I can say all kind of reckless shit. And this nigga not strike me down, man. Oh, because if God was shit. God was a white man, bro. Thank God he not.
Thank God he's Puerto Rican.
Thank Yahshua.
Puerto Rican vibe. Puerto Rican skill. You wild.
He's got that Bruno curl.
Oh my
Say
gosh.
Oh man.
Any more you guys have?
Any more what?
I have a list.
Oh well come on with
Any
it.
more what?
Stereotypes
or-
that you don't like, or just or about good things. How about we'll switch out? How about what are some good things about? I guess not really stereotypes, but good things that you hear about black people that may or may not be true.
Fucking stereotype.
But you kind of
Nigga, stereotype. We make everything lit. Everything gets turned the fuck up. We overhype everything. A white dude could be sitting there doing fucking yo-yo tricks, and that shit would sound like
Yo tricks.
he's at the fucking stadium, man, like performing in front of a crowd of 1,000 niggas with just 8 black guys. Yeah. Wild shit. So everything lit. We turn shit up, and we stylish. That apparently that's like the slaves that came from that part of Africa. We came from West Africa, and apparently that those slaves, Nigerians and all that shit, they're all like musically inclined, stylish, entertainer type shit. And that's why we got some.
Oh, I got one before we start talking about the good stuff. That one kind of irks my nerves all the time is like because it's black business, you have to support it.
Ooh, yeah.
Just because you black don't mean you do good business.
Exactly, because I know,
And a lot of niggas
from
be
my
fucking up
experience.
business.
Exactly, they be fucking up.
You want to be realistic.
See, and then you be like, see, I try to
See,
fuck with you, but
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But it is just like
Chicago Chicken Shack.
as black people, we're just kind of like, see, we just knew that was
See,
gonna
we
happen.
gotta give you a
because-
chance, but you know how you guys be fucking up.
Fucking up, right?
Stacy's off
Like,
the chain
Yeah.
soul food. I'm calling them motherfuckers out. Stays off the chain soul
or
food.
they don't even be like,
What
hey,
you want, nigga? Food, bitch. I mean, your restaurant. The fuck you? Talk like I came in your house.
Yeah, that's the thing that legit like will piss me off.
Customer
Is like
service.
if I'm trying to give you business and you have an attitude.
Yeah.
Oh, then
Like
you better not
motherfucker,
go.
this
You
is
better
my
not.
money.
Well,
that I'm
now,
handing
don't
to
go in
you.
the
Better
South.
not, then you better not ever go eat no Jamaican restaurant.
No, I hear about them.
You-
I don't even like Jamaican.
But
food,
Jamaica,
yeah.
that's how they act though. But
Yeah,
like
that's their temperament.
when I lived in North
complaint y'all got.
Carolina, no, that's different. Cause they're in a different culture, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're Jamaican,
yeah,
like
Jamaicans
that's how
are-
they act.
They're
that's
aggressive.
Fine, so that's fine with the Chinese then.
They're aggressive by nature.
What?
Is it fine with the Chinese? Because the Chinese are aggressive.
No,
Is
they're
it fine with
not.
the Chinese?
Not to each other.
No, I
Word,
mean
not to each other.
No.
They're aggressive to everybody
but
else.
that's
Nigga,
just
are
their
you each
culture.
other?
But no, if the Chinese,
We're talking about African Americans.
Nigga, don't you tell me no goddamn Chinese and Japanese and shit ain't.
the Chinese
ain't,
to
them
each
niggas
other are kind.
ruthless as
if
fuck.
they're rude to other people, then it's an issue. Yes, I'm saying Jamaicans in general, they're aggressive to each other included. That's just their nature.
Yeah, that's just how they
they
are.
are. So you can't be offended by it because that's just who they are.
You know what, man? You know what?
But that's true though.
This is what happens. I gotta remember that I come from like a very conservative area, and y'all are really like I know Arizona's conservative, but it's fucking liberal compared to fucking South, nigga. And that, like, so I gotta remember like the Asians y'all see ain't the Asians I saw.
Oh yeah,
It's like,
demographics definitely play.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
so it's like that shit you
It's the
just
same-
said made no sense to me.
It's the same. Okay, so it's the same. Like if you were here and niggas was rude to you, you would be irritated or agitated, right?
Right.
Because it's like, what the fuck you have an attitude for? If I go to New Jersey or New York, where them niggas is always aggressive, then I'm like, all right, that's just who they are. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? 'Cause that's how they talk to each other.
Yeah.
Like, they be calling each other dickheads and all types of shit. Like, and they didn't mean absolutely no harm. That's just how they...
You don't call your friends bitches?
Hell no.
I call my friends bitches all the time.
Yeah, see?
When I lived in North Carolina...
But that's your nature. So people who know, okay, you mean no harm for it. Now, if you were completely
like, fuck up, old bitch
nice to us and everybody else, and then some random person used to just acting that way, they might take offense and want to smack you. You see what I mean? It's just, that's not your nature. That's not who you are. That's not how your environment. But that's what we're saying. Jamaicans are like that all the time. Now, New Yorkers are like that all the time.
Same when I lived in North Carolina. Like, you know, there was some black people up in Bojangles, you know. I got a, what you want? Like, excuse me? Right. Like, no, we're going to do this right. Customer service is shitty in the South. You know what I'm saying? With black people. Horrible. I feel like we need to do a lot better with doing customer service, because why are you talking to me like that? Because, you know, I moved back and I get great customer service out here. That's just what it is. But in the South, it's
like
just
the story
like...
I told you when I went to Miami, and I'm sure that's just how they are, but because I'm not from that area, when the lady gave me attitude, I was right like, hey, yo, like, check yourself.
Because you understand, nigga, when you out there in the South, bro, like, when you out there in the South, nigga, it's like, everybody, shit, damn near everybody fucking related anyway. I swear to God, nigga, my family big as shit. I go anywhere in Louisiana, I gotta ask somebody first and last name all the time, and let them have a last name like Brown. Oh shit, where your family from? Your family from Opelousas? Oh, all right, cool. I can fuck with you then. You know what I mean? Because my family ain't from no fucking Opelousas. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just because of shit like that. So it's like, hey, everybody family, so you get fucking comfortable and shit. It's like, come to a fucking grocery store, and then I can almost guarantee you ain't in no fucking white area, because you got the customer service one. He's probably in the black area, and they're just like, what you want?
No, it was a mixture. It was a mixture. But it's just like, I mean, you ain't still got to be like, what you want? Like, what you want? Wait, no,
Because the same motherfucker that's like, what you want? Motherfucker come to your table as a waiter in the South. My ex learned this shit because I took her to the Breakfast Club. I took her to the Breakfast Club in Houston. What she learned, man, was like, motherfucker be like, it sound rude. Like, the next breath, they come like, what you want, my baby? Some stupid shit like that. And like, oh, now she's calling my baby. But just a little while ago, she was like, what you want? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like that. It's just talking. That's all.
But I don't like that.
But that's the point. That's the point I was saying though. That's right. You know, that's their area. That's their environment. I'm saying, like, if you're not that way towards everybody, then it's a problem. Like I said, if you're like, you know, they're aggressive like that to everybody, okay. But if they're like nice and talking to everybody else, but then they don't know you and they're just like extra with it, then that's when it becomes a problem, because it's like, why is all that bass in your voice?
Right. I'm trying to
and I'm trying to give you money. Business, yeah. And it's not even on the low, like, I like walked up to you on the street shit. Like, this is a business. Like, I'm here as a customer to give you money, to help fund you, to pay your bills, to keep your business running. I should not have to receive
shitty ass service.
Well, I almost cussed that lady at the Jamaican spot out, man. And it probably was the best I did that I didn't.
You probably didn't think it would have machete Joe ass.
Right. I walked in and I was like, yo, I want
the
oxtails, yo, rice and peas, no veggie, yo. She says, you want the vegetable? I was like, no, I don't. No, I don't. I don't want the vegetable. She said, no, you're going to get the vegetable. I was like, this motherfucker, man. I went home, nigga, and showed no fucking cabbage in my shower. I was mad as fuck.
Why didn't you get cabbage? Cabbage is really good.
I want the rice and peas. Thank you.
Are you kidding me? I ain't had it right.
I want the rice and peas and my goddamn oxtails. I need all them vegetables, nigga. Ain't no fucking
rabbit.
Well,
she was trying to hook you up.
No, she was not. Because if she was trying to hook me up, she would have gave me extra rice, extra oxtails. Instead, she gave me what I didn't want. The one thing on the plate that I didn't want. And I told her
you
that.
need your veggies.
Hey, so I always wonder this. Where they be getting all these oxtails from? Because there's not that many oxen. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah, it ain't no but bull's tails.
A lot of them niggas died on the Oregon Trail.
It's bull's tails, man. It's bull's tails.
So why do they call them oxtails? Because it's two different animals.
Nah. It's all beef. Just eat it and enjoy it. Not asking questions.
It's good.
Just enjoy it. Shit.
I don't really eat oxtails. I mean, I've had them before, but I don't eat them like that. I think the last time we ate oxtails was like early 2000s.
What if like oxtails? What if oxtails grow back like lizard's tail? Yo, we just cutting oxtails off.
Just respawn.
Wait, we were supposed to go to that one place today.
Oh yeah.
That Memphis fried chicken. My dad said it was hella good.
Yeah, they're bomb. Their wait time though was like 2 hours.
2 hours is getting them.
Well, they just opened, so everybody's still trying to get in there.
Oh, so everybody's from Memphis, Tennessee, out here.
No, so It's Memphis style fried chicken.
Oh, style. Okay.
It's Gus. Well, they're based out of Memphis, so they're from Memphis. But they have restaurants everywhere. Like when I had them in California. Like anytime I go to California, that's the one spot we would stop at is Gus's Fried Chicken, Gus's famous fried chicken. So I thought they were just a California staple, but it turns out they have one in Memphis, they have one in Knoxville, they have one in I think Dallas, they have them in Chicago, they have them all over the place. They just now brought one to Arizona, and Arizona is a melting pot because they have people from Midwest, all over. So everybody's like, another spot.
They have restaurants in all the places not known for their good chicken.
Essentially.
I'll tease.
But my dad said like the batter's kind of like spicy.
Yeah, it's spicy. They like soak it in like.
What the hell are you laughing for?
It's so different.
Yeah,
they soak
you're
it
from the freaking south.
It's bomb though, and then so I usually get like a 2 or 3 piece, and then the mac and cheese and then fries.
I'm gonna go there this weekend. It's a Mesa, huh?
Yeah, it's off Country Club in Maine.
All right.
They're supposed to be opening 2 more, one in downtown Phoenix, I believe.
Oh shit! Okay.
And then in Tempe as well.
Why didn't they just go downtown Phoenix instead of they chose Mesa first? I wonder why.
That I don't know. Probably because
probably didn't have the money.
Probably because the real estate.
Oh yeah.
Because downtown is way more expensive.
Can you order online?
No.
You gotta call.
I don't think so.
You just gotta wait. Show up.
You might be able to. I don't remember.
Okay.
But yeah, I always go every time I go to. When I go to California, I always go to. I have to go to Dirt Dogs. That's always the very first place I go. Shout out to Dirt Dogs, and then on the way back we always go to Gus's. So
I just go to the boiling crab and give me some king crab legs with some.
I
sauce
love
and
crab legs. Yes.
typical
that shit
niggas.
up, and then I go to
It's a
sleep.
typical niggas.
I don't like the king crab though. Give me that snow crab.
That's another thing. Where are all these crabs coming from?
I know,
Niggas be
right?
running through crab legs.
Like-
There's not that many crustaceans.
Yes, there are.
Oh, evidently there's
not as much as you be eating. They be serving that shit all day, every day, especially on the coast where you get fresh seafood and stuff. How do you eat? I don't think they reproduce that fast.
I don't know, but that shit bomb.
There's a lot. We used to catch crab legs. We used to catch crab legs. We used to catch crabs with like chicken legs. We like some raw chicken and tie a rope to it and then just dip it in the ocean. And then the crabs like grab on, so you just pull it out and you fucking got 3 crabs. Just dump it in the bucket. You'll leave a nigga with like fucking 50 crabs. Just like after like an hour. We're just sitting on the beach with a fucking piece of chicken.
That's what she said.
I expect it.
So yeah, back to the question. So what are some good things you guys always hear about black people? Even if it's true or not. Like you said, yeah. What about you? It's kind of one of those pondering questions.
Yeah, like I just don't know. Like,
Why do you like black people? I want to see how
Why
long
are you
it takes.
asking me?
I just want to see how long it take y'all to answer this question.
Why do you like black people and not niggers? Because they're 2 different species.
Don't answer that question.
That's what Pastor Rather said.
No,
You
fair
remember
enough.
that? Oh, you weren't there when he said that.
I was not.
Do you remember he said that?
yeah, I think you told me about that.
He said, I love black people, but I cannot stand niggas. And I've lived by that quote ever since.
Yeah.
Because I really can't stand niggas. I love black people, but I definitely cannot stand niggas. Niggas
Yeah,
get
I
on my
mean-
goddamn nerves.
No, that's
Right,
actually
but I
interesting.
think we do some great things,
Chris Rock.
but then we do some bad things. We do some great things. We do some bad things.
What kind of Trump ass
Trump.
take was that? Yeah, that's the Trump shit.
No,
that's
it's not.
good and bad on both sides.
No. I mean, there's bad people in the world, no matter the race. But I mean, we dope. You feel me? Like we do some dope shit. I'm not saying we don't.
Oh, I just thought of another one, but it's more bad than good, obviously.
That's what I'm saying. When it comes to us, low key,
Y'all don't like
I'm
black
thinking about bad shit. Like
These
it
niggas
sucks,
do not care
but
about black people.
That's just what it is. I'm thinking about all these
say-
bad shit.
I was going to say, I hate when people say black on black crime. That shit does not exist.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Because you don't hear white on white crime, Hispanic on Hispanic crime. It's just fucking
That's
crime.
a good one.
Stop
It's crime.
labeling it,
right,
as black on black crime.
I think that you look at
And
it
again,
the
white
wrong
people
way.
do it, and the media do it.
Why do you think? Why do you think they
you
do it?
don't have to reiterate.
Why do you think they do it?
I think
Because they want you to segregate yourselves.
Wrong.
But again, nobody's forcing you to do it.
Why do you think?
like black on black crime.
Yeah. Why do you think they use those words?
Maybe because certain hoods they do see
environments with
blacks, fighting and stuff. But I think it's deeper than that. It's just like, well, why are we fighting each other? Because some of us don't like black people.
Because people gonna fight. That's just human nature.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying. I think some black men don't like themselves, so we gotta fight the next nigga.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
That's definitely the case too. That's true.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I think that's the whole thing about it. But I mean, it's just I don't like when black on black crime is put up, as an argument to be like, oh, there's black on black crime, but it's like you can't say that.
It's used as a deterrent. It's used as a deterrent, almost like all lives matter, man. That's
exactly, and you can't do that because it's like, well, damn, why do you think they're doing that? Like,
why do you think who's doing what? You talking about the black people or the white people saying?
No, like, why do you think black people are just fucking just shooting, black people?
Like, that's what crime is. Crime happens around the community that you're in. People usually do crimes.
Yeah.
That's why, the majority of rapists are motherfuckers that you know or that you're related to. You know what I mean? That you're close with intimately. That's why a lot of times it's not a lot of random rapes going on. I'm not gonna say not a lot. The majority of rapes are not random. Put it that way and shit. But they use that shit, like I said, man. Like that's been an argument for a long time. I was watching a interview the other day, man. Joe Brown and his governor of Georgia. And All Lives Matter has been an argument since like the fucking 60s, because that's when that shit was going on. It was like Jim Brown talking like he wants just essentially the economic development of black people, and the Georgia senator, well, why not the economic development of all people and of all this and all that, and so on and so forth. And it's just it's a lot of shit, man. My bad, I'm done. I'm long winded.
I feel you.
But they use that shit as a deterrent. That's why they use that shit as a fucking deterrent, just to lessen the blow, man. It takes away from the argument of anything. Black lives matter, all lives matter. All right, well, I'm not saying that Black lives matter. So now you're arguing a different point as opposed to the fucking point. Like, bitch, I just want to live, Dumb.
So, like, what do you mean? So, how does that relate to like crime?
Oh, to the black on black crime. So they use that black on black crime as a deterrent the same way. Almost, there's power in words.
Right.
Power in words and that shit, right? So if you can take the public's eye and focus it on these specific words, black on black crime, as just fucking crime statistics and shit, then it was like, well, why should we care about your life if you don't care about your life? Right. That's why you don't hear white on white crime. That's why you didn't hear like fucking a Muslim man was shot in Afghanistan. So you hear a fucking insurgent. It's power in the words. That's all.
Exactly. But you still gotta stop saying
Ooh, give me my fucking brother Malcolm shit today.
Ourselves, you need to stop saying it.
Yeah, I agree.
Y'all about to have me sound like Malcolm X today. Y'all keep on, yeah. I'm about to even start preaching a little bit.
Go ahead.
I was joking before this shit. Y'all got me serious now. I don't like this
collection
shit.
plate.
I know. I'm upset now. But look,
I would say.
Go ahead. Say what you want to say, please.
I was gonna say. I would say my favorite part, I guess, about black people is how creative they are. You know what I always say. So look, this.
Nigga said they.
How creative we are.
I said they.
We are
earlier.
Either way. So look at one thing. So one thing I say, like, look at battle rap, right?
All right.
If you ever watch battle rap, you see like the lyricism, or even just rap music in general, the lyricism, the wordplay, the words they use.
Right.
How creative of a person or group of people do you have to be to create a structure like that, to where it's almost its own language? You know what I mean? Even like with Ebonics, even though Ebonics could be...
Ebonics was a detriment to the black community. They tried to teach that shit like we couldn't learn English. Right. So they can only learn slang.
But I'm just saying, the fact that you could create your own language within your own community, like, even, okay, so like I said,
everybody understands it.
And the fact that everybody said it, like so they say, okay, black people are dumb. Black people are, aren't as smart as other races, blah, blah, blah. But then if you really study like hip hop or specifically certain artists like a Nas or a Jay, or again, even battle rap itself, and the way that they put words and sentences and structures and similes and whatever together, how can you even argue that?
Hey, all right, you know what? You just said something that made me think of something else.
What?
Which was, white people always say like get out of the country or some shit, because that's what they did. That's exactly what they did. They didn't like what was going on in England with like religious prosecution, so they got the fuck out the country and then came and took over some other shit.
Exactly.
And think that's what we gonna do. Fuck that. All right, I'm done. I'm sorry. That was a quick side note.
I don't know. I just love the creative passion. Like you can. I mean, like you said, they can take the simplest thing, like playing with a yo-yo, and make it the most creative thing, or make it like a party or something. Like they always find creative ways to make it better than it is. And I know a lot of that has to stem with with kind of like with slavery and stuff. Like you get scraps and blah blah. You kind of have to be innovative and make things better, or at least as enjoyable as possible for yourself or your family. But even just like on an artistic level, the way like with paintings and movies and the way they think and articulate themselves. And that's another thing, not to keep bouncing back and forth, but like irritates me about black people. It's like when they purposely try to be ignorant when they don't have to be, and they're
just
not
be
ignorant.
Yourself.
Yeah, like that shit annoys the fuck out of me.
It annoys me too.
I don't need to, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I know what you mean, but I can't think of anybody purposely trying to be ignorant.
No, there's niggas that purposely.
Right. Like the same shit I talked about a couple weeks ago with y'all. Like, why are you being ignorant towards me?
I feel like that's not on purpose. I feel like his shit ain't on purpose.
There are purposely niggas out there.
I can't think. I mean, there's like that Dr. Umar Johnson shit. There's coons and there's coons and there's niggas, and I think like purposefully ignorant, like don't want to know. You know what?
Like they choose.
You know what? They're probably a lot on the West Coast.
I didn't say that.
Nah, I'm saying that shit. I mean, but I know West Coast got a lot of black history too, with Watts and L.A. Rise, Rodney King, all that shit. So there's a lot of good shit. The OJ case. So the West Coast got their black history. John McCain now won Arizona being the last state to accept Martin Luther King Day as a fucking holiday, and I think the fucking last day to get the shit as a fucking work day off of work, and that ain't even all of us. That's only some of us. Me and my black friend, we had to work. Her husband, her white husband, he was at home chilling, playing video games all day,
and watching cricket battles.
Fucking no, that was Juneteenth. My bad. We had to work, and his white ass was off. That fucking slavery back again. White man chilling, and black folks working. That about a bitch.
Dang shame. All right, so last question. Oh, you never answered. Did you ever come up with anything?
That we do good?
Yeah.
Nah.
She's like, no, they don't.
No, I'm just saying we do some good shit. Like, I mean, we're dope, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know anything like specific.
I just wish a lot of people use their power for good, as they say. Like I said, the ones who choose to make excuses or choose to be ignorant, if they just put that towards the good, we would be undeniably the superior race. I mean, everybody has to do it together. It can't just be specific people.
I don't think
certain
that
groups of people.
I think it's pretty obvious that we are the superior race.
Yeah, but I'm saying undeniably they couldn't say that if everyone did what they're supposed to do.
I think that.
It's like
I'm gonna go with superiority.
It's like if everybody on the Lakers play defense, it's undeniable that these niggas is the champions. They're going to be back-to-back champions. But if niggas is lacking, or every other game, or this person only makes, AD shoots 25 points and the next night he only gets 6, then you can be like,
Kind of weird, kind of iffy.
But if you do it what you're supposed to do at all times, then it's like, oh yeah, we're not beating these niggas.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of people choose not to because it's not cool, or it's, it looks too white, as you say, to be proper, or to read, or to be educated, or to choose having a job over selling drugs, or just, that's what I'm saying. Shit like that is choosing to be ignorant. You can't deny that.
I can deny that.
No, you can't.
I can.
How?
The survival tactics. You gotta survive, man. Motherfuckers gonna eat. Somebody's gonna you get hungry. You're gonna eat.
I get it.
That's
but
your last resort. Understood. But if you have the option,
if it's the only thing you know, if it's the only thing you know,
just suck it up and work a job.
Like.
But I've been working at McDonald's. I ain't gonna let the niggas see me in this uniform.
That ain't the thought.
You getting a paycheck. It don't fucking matter.
Here you go. Here's this. Check out.
And you get benefits.
Hey, do you have any?
Right.
You ever had a coworker that you just want to punch them in their face?
Yeah.
Some people can't. Some people can't control that. Some people can't control that. They go punch them in their face. You know what I mean? And for some people, it's just I can work for myself and selling drugs.
Exactly. So you're choosing.
Hey,
that's
not choosing to be ignorant. Just surviving.
That's ignorant.
It's surviving.
You're gonna
ignorant
risk
is
your
not
life.
knowing. The nigga know what he doing.
Okay, so you rather risk your life,
some niggas
risk not
risk
seeing your family or your kids.
Some niggas do
because you don't want to put on a fucking uniform.
I feel like you're
choosing.
oversimplifying that shit like a motherfucker.
You're choosing
that McDonald's uniform.
If you say I applied, they won't even McDonald's won't hire me. Fuck it, I have no choice. That's understandable.
McDonald's.
If
all right,
you have the choice.
How much minimum wage are you?
It don't fucking matter.
It does. How much minimum wage are you?
Now?
Yeah.
Now it's like at minimum like $10 to $12.
Do you think that's gonna be able to supply a dude taking care of his family? $12.
You can.
That's nigga.
Listen. I argue this all the time. Listen. You could even say, I don't want to work a minimum job like say McDonald's who might be paying $10 an hour. Cool. Anybody can get a fucking call center job where you can make double that. I don't want to hear any excuse. Exactly. I don't want to hear any excuse. There's always options out there.
And they paying.
People choose because it's not cool enough or because they don't want to be looked at
funny.
You
think niggas want to risk their lives selling drugs?
Some people do.
You think niggas want to risk their lives? Niggas want to survive, man. Niggas just want to survive, bro.
Again, if it's your last resort, it's understandable. Do what you got to do. But if you have, again, I don't understand why I'm not risking never seeing my family.
I want to tell you,
especially if I have kids.
I want to point the hypocrisy in that argument. If it's your last resort, do it. But now it's not my last resort anymore. But I'm comfortable doing it.
Then don't do it.
But I'm making so much money on this shit. I'll be losing money to go get a job.
How much money are you gonna lose when you're sitting there 20 years?
Shit.
I rest my case.
I still lost my money.
I rest my case.
Because that's motherfucker.
I rest my case. Tell the judge that. How much, judge, you gonna make this money for me while I'm in here? You gonna stand on my corner, judge?
You get. Let's say you get first offense. You would get 5 years on the crack deal. You do 2.5.
First of all,
you do 2.5.
Let's be realistic. You're black. I don't give a fuck what your first offense is. They're gonna hit you hard.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they will.
I went over my uncle's records the other day, and he was a repeat. And that nigga got caught again with the crack cocaine and shit.
You can get.
Texas is one of the toughest fucking states for drugs.
All right, go to New York.
I said one of.
Exactly. Go to New York. Those niggas give you 10 years for a gun, and it could be legal and registered.
I feel you.
That's my point. So you're gonna choose.
But you know what? In that case, in that same point, so you're gonna go to New York? Do you think? I don't want to use a fucking kingpin like fucking. All right, what's that nigga name? Bobby Schmurder. Bobby Schmurder. Let's use Bobby Schmurder because that nigga was selling drugs before he started rapping and shit. Right. You think that nigga would have made anywhere near the money? Been the nigga that he is off of working at McDonald's in New York.
Don't matter.
No, that.
Would you be home?
Dog, freedom is money.
With your kids?
So I'm gonna tell you what. Check this out. The argument you have, dog. The reason I don't like that argument so much is not only because that shit is a fucking detriment. That's because the white people got rich off of that bullshit with fucking prohibition. They got rich off fucking selling alcohol. That shit was illegal than a motherfucker. They still surviving off that fucking money. All these goddamn politicians, Bill Clinton, shit, they live on fucking alcohol money.
I understand it.
Fuck them
what
niggas.
I just say, just because they're doing wrong, don't mean we need to choose to do wrong.
Thing is, though, who determines that is wrong? They determine that is wrong, but they did it.
So that's my point. They have different rules. They have different laws.
Hey, look at our pronouns.
They have different rules. They have different laws. That nigga can get 5 years probation. Mm-hmm. They can give your black ass 25.
So with that, then, you still have to be smarter than them. So how much is your freedom worth? Is your freedom worth the $15 an hour job?
Worth $100 of a zip that you're gonna probably get?
But how much money did nigga make before that shit? You probably made more than I did my $15. You feel me? Now, if you didn't get caught in this fucking first shit, niggas is stupid shit. Though. Everything is based off of probability. Nothing is sound, man. Nothing is sound. Nigga might have
If a nigga dyslexic will have trouble working at McDonald's, or that's 99.7. What, nigga? That's $7.99. The fuck you talking about? Dyslexia shit. You feel me? So I don't know. I get the point on that shit, but like it's I grew up with niggas on that side, and I see their mentality on that shit. It's just that hustle. Like
I grew up around people who sold drugs. I grew around murderers. I sold drugs before. I never was proud of it. But I can say I've done it. So I can see both sides.
Right.
But it still does not, the risk does not outweigh the reward. Because again, I made $20 a nickel bag or whatever. Or I'm making, a couple $100 off a zip. Cool. But all the time you possibly risk of sitting in prison and then losing that time out seeing your kids grow up, that's worth it?
Some people it is, man.
That's what I'm saying. As some people it is. That means they're choosing
to do what the fuck they want to
be ignorant.
Everything that's not ignorant. That's the only word. That's the only word I got from in that sentence.
Because when you put yourself in front of your family, that's ignorant.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck how you look at it.
That is, but if you know you can do better, you need to do better.
It's ignorant.
It's not ignorant.
You brought kids into this world just to neglect them and say, fuck how you feel. I'm gonna make sure. I'm going to do what I'm going to do make sure I put and food possibly go away. Again, you have the means to do something.
There are guys, like I have a homegirl whose dad was in the cartel and all that bullshit, right? Fucking Zeta or some shit. I don't know what the fuck the nigga was. Because it didn't matter to me at the time. Anyway, like there's people that let's say they made enough money. In this case, he did. Made enough money doing the drugs and all that bullshit. They see their way out because they get their kid or whatever. They're like, oh, I'm done with this shit because I got to take care of this. But then there's other motherfuckers who are not high on that totem pole that's lower like that. They're like, fuck it, I still gotta work because this motherfucker gotta eat. He need clothes, he need shoes. The whole song, College Hill. What would you do if your son was this bitch prostituting? She selling pussy. Just to feed this nigga. That's illegal.
That's ignorant too.
Oh shit. Oh man.
You can sling buns or you can sling burgers.
Right.
Oh. Nah. God bless all the trap niggas though.
If it's your last resort and you tried the other ways and there's no success, you can't be mad at somebody who has to do what they have to do to feed their kid. That's not what I'm arguing. I'm saying when you have the choice to do better, yes, okay, in the long run, I can make more money selling crack than I can putting on a McDonald's uniform. But at the same token, as you can feed your family and be able to spend time with your family and raise your family,
right?
Why are you not choosing?
I cannot specify that. I can't specify enough. I'm not disagreeing with you. I only disagree with the word ignorant. That's the only thing I disagree with on that shit. Because I get it. Like again, like I
would say it's ignorant because it's selfish.
All right, I'm with you there.
It's hella selfish. Like I said, you bring, especially like I'm not a parent, obviously. But you're choosing to bring other humans in the world.
No, you're right.
And then you're choosing to abandon them over dumb shit.
He's like, oh well, I'm gonna leave up to the mama to take care of them.
You're right. Like for me, man, my uncle was like that, and I cussed his ass out the last time I saw him. I was like, you go back to jail, nigga. I'm beating your ass because he has a few kids, and his youngest daughter staying on my grandmother. I was like, she's not raising another kid. She raised me. She ain't raising another one. And he's. I don't know if the nigga's still selling, but I know he's been working at Domino's. But he's one of them niggas he can't turn it off. Yeah. And one of the managers came up on him. He's like, "Bitch, I'll leave this motherfucker right now. I'll make everything in this goddamn safe tonight, in like 5 hours or some shit like that." Say, bitch, don't talk to me about working on what I can't talk. He said, I can't talk. He said something about closing some shift or some shit. She wanted him to close the shift like late at night. He's like, bitch, I got kids at home. I ain't doing this bullshit. But he's one of the niggas he can't turn off. Like if she would have said something else, he would have punched her. You just can't turn that shit off. You can't turn it off, man. Some niggas can't control their emotions. They shoot up. Some niggas shoot up the workplace. Some niggas just punch a bitch in the face. Or
not black people.
Or shit. Or you do like the nigga that was at McDonald's and I think it was New York or some shit and beat the bitch with a fry basket.
Oh, with a fry. Yeah,
he beat her with a fry basket. He beat her ass. She jumped the cabin. He beat her ass with a fry basket. Her and her girlfriend. He beat both their ass. And he had just got out of jail. Trying to do the right thing. And some customer came in. Look at that shit. Now you got variables. Ooh. who? Shit. You know who's always a happy customer?
I mean, if you want to play variables,
You know who's
somebody
always-
could walk up on you,
right? But
rob you while you on the corner trying to.
But I mean, that can happen at McDonald's.
It can happen any and everywhere.
But you know who's always a happy customer? A crackhead. The motherfuckers ain't never dissatisfied. Oh shit.
Unless you lace their shit and then they're coming after you.
If you step on it
Variables.
too much, if you step on it too much, they'll be mad. But just don't step on it too much.
Too much baking soda. Too much laundry detergent.
Just
Too much
niggas
soap.
do shit. Niggas smart. They cut that shit with powdered milk.
Allegedly.
I don't sell drugs. I'm good.
Because we started watching this page for the wrong reason.
Right.
Tutorials.
I can tell you how to make crack. My first time holding a fucking crack cookie. You ever seen a crack cookie?
No.
It's a motherfucker. It's
I don't
thick
sell
as
drugs,
shit.
sir.
It's like your goddamn top. That motherfucker thick as shit. Thick and white, and you gotta cut it with a razor. My uncle gave me a hand of money and say, count this. All right. I'm like 14 years old. This is why I started selling drugs. I saw all that shit, and he was pimping. I saw all that money, and I saw the fucking crack, and I was like, oh shit. I got caught selling weed in high school. Some nigga called Crime Stoppers, bro. There's a Crime Stoppers hotline. Basically, you call and you snitch and you get paid for it. It's 713. I still know the motherfucker. 713-222-TIPS. Right. 713-222-TIPS, bro. They call, bro. Like, hey man, this man selling drugs at school, and they come and they get you. And they came and got my ass.
Every chance they get, they roast his ass for that.
He called
He did a whole Crime Stoppers commercial. It was innocent in my eyes. Anyway.
Was it like a long time ago?
It was like right before he became famous, like 2002, 2003. Yeah.
Oh.
He did a Crime Stopper commercial, and yeah.
Crime Stoppers.
That's why they labeled him a snitch, quote unquote.
Wow.
Crime Stoppers a motherfucker, man.
Same thing with what's that guy? Gunna?
Mm.
Yeah. You know who Gunna is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He did the same thing.
Snitched or the
Crime Stoppers thing.
They must pay good.
Right. I'll do an endorsement.
All right, check us a
I
check.
don't do crimes. I don't care.
I mean, it's not like a snitching. I mean, it is a snitching program.
It's a snitching program, but you're not snitching on anybody. It's just a fucking
You're just
commercial.
encouraging somebody else to snitch.
Yeah,
I would get paid to encourage
You're
niggas to
alluding.
snitch. If that nigga do it, but like, obviously, nigga, I'm not serious, nigga. Like, don't snitch, but I mean, snitch. Oh shit.
we can talk about that next time. I'm
Crime
gonna say
Stoppers.
that's another one of my pet peeves. Is the whole
I actually like this episode. This got emotional. I like this episode. This is fun.
snitching. We're gonna talk about black people and snitching.
Yeah.
What's acceptable, what's not.
Yeah, true that.
I actually got bad for a little bit with the whole the liquor shit.
The liquor.
Yeah, the whole prohibition, white people and the drugs coming. I actually got mad with that. I was actually upset for a little bit. That's why I kind of motherfuckers. I don't get mad very often. That shit actually pisses me. I've been getting radicalized, nigga.
I don't think you were mad. I just think you're just more passionate about it.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm pissed off
passionate.
now. I'm actually still angry about that shit right now. I'm gonna go to Costco and punch a white lady in the face. And I mean that shit too.
Oh my God.
Premeditated. What?
I don't have any bail money, so good luck.
Fucking.
All my money is tied up at the moment.
Some monkey in a green shirt came and punched her in the face. Like he had like some little blonde snake things hanging from the back of his head.
Blonde snake things.
He had one of them dooley rags on. I ain't never seen one. I always see it on Color Boys. I ain't never seen one up close before. It looked like it was made out of
peanut butter, fellas.
Looked like it was made out of a pillowcase or something. Then one of his friends came in there. He looked like one of those what do they call them? Omega Sci-Fi's. Oh shit!
All right, you guys got any last minute words?
I ain't got shit, man. I'm this
Call
motherfucker.
me,
Kim
beat
Possible.
me if you want to reach.
I'm about to I have nothing, man. I gotta work out some more material, bro. I got this whole shit I'm working out about PTSD. It's gonna be funny as shit. I think it'd be funny.
No, maybe people can relate to that one.
Oh, this one, everybody will relate to this. Is fucking hilarious.
You got a show coming up?
I have nothing yet. That's why I'm working this shit out. I was actually gonna go to an open mic tonight, but my cousin flew in from Houston, and I gotta go link up with her. I'm gonna take her and my mom to PF Chains and shit.
PF Chains.
PF Chains is disgusting.
It's
It
lit-
is,
what?
but it's free. So
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting. I have PF Chains.
Are you kidding me? That's my favorite
It's like
restaurant.
American Chinese. It's not even real Chinese.
Well, yeah, it's not real Chinese food.
She's like, ugh. It's like when white people try seasoning for the first time. I just dumped it on the Chinese food. That's PF chicks.
Nah.
You got anything, man? You got more Dracula's blood?
Yeah, Dracula's blood just came back out because I took it away. But yeah, I'm still juicing. You feel me?
Juicing.
You know.
Same thing I think every time she said that.
I'm still making juice, so hit me up. You feel me?
That's what she said.
What about you?
I have nothing.
Hey.
I just have school. I'm just trying to make it through the semester.
I'm about to just be going on dates with a whole bunch of big girls. Or just anybody, really, but I'm just going on dates. I just need more
Why
material.
big girls? Specifically.
Big girls, for whatever reason, they've been... I mean, I told you, I don't have a type.
Going out to eat?
I don't have a type. Nah, man. We ain't going out to eat. We just been chilling, dude. And I met this one girl. I'm going to show y'all after we finish. This motherfucker got some shit.
Like what do you mean?
Apparently she's a fucking influencer. I didn't know that shit. Well, this motherfucker on her shit. She's fucking lives off of Instagram. The fuck?
Of course, that's what they all do now.
Hey,
We're gonna talk about that
not an OnlyFans. She lives off of influence and shit. Makes a living off of that shit.
No, I'm sure.
A very
They all
well
do.
living.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
That's gonna be another episode we talk about.
Yeah.
'Cause I hate influencers.
Me too. I don't like that shit.
well,
It's more like
she's
hate
pretty
than
dope.
anything.
Right?
I'm just like, what the fuck? How are they so warranted to? But it's really mostly women. I mean, women can just get naked and make fucking
She doesn't.
$30,000.
I'll show you who she is. You can see what
If I
I'm
show
talking
my
about.
net, I'm going to jail.
I mean, yeah, she's not that, man. She's not that. She's good people. She's just she's interesting people. She's really interesting. I went to the other girl house. I was at her house like fucking 4 a.m. just fucking talking. Yeah, that shit was interesting. We ain't had sex, nothing, just talk. So, you know what? That's cool.
Nigga fall in love over there.
Not at all.
Right.
Hell no.
You changing.
Hell no, nigga. I walked to that motherfucker. I knew it. Nigga, you read
walked
the
over
room.
there?
Hell no. I walked into. the
Oh,
motherfucker,
I was
bro.
like, damn, you
I
really?
walked into that motherfucker, bro, and that motherfucker was well lit. That means when no sex going on in that motherfucker. So I was like, all right, well, I'm just
You have sex in the light.
just chill, nigga. First time you
Sex
have sex, you
in
having
the
sex on light.
champagne room.
Sex in the light?
First time you have sex, you having sex on light.
No.
Exactly. That is the vast majority. There's some of us don't give a fuck, but the vast majority like, nah, we just gonna do this shit in the dark. Turn that light off.
Right, she got some mission. She got to go.
Me personally, I like it in the dark, but that's just me though.
Now I like to see the titties I'm sucking. All right.
Kisses a ringworm.
Right.
Ew.
One bitch, she had hair on her nipple, nigga. Surprised the fuck out of me. I thought it was one of mine, like in a beard or shit. I was trying to pull it out, and I went back to suck again, nigga. And that motherfucker was there again. I was like, fucking hair on the titty. Pluck that bitch. Yeah.
I met somebody once who had hair in
It was
it.
long too.
I was like, you need to go to the salon and braid this shit.
Something. They be long as shit, don't they?
Damn.
One girl asked me,
Nipple hair is long
This
for
other-
whatever reason.
dog. And it was like the hair on the hit. The other girl asked me, she was like, how do you feel about body hair? I was like, I'm fine with body hair. I don't give a fuck. You don't shave your pussy all the time and shit. She's like, all right. And she sent me a picture of her titties, bro. Them motherfuckers was fuzzy, boy. And I was like, ooh, shit. I don't know if I can handle that.
So, where's all the static?
What the heck?
Boy,
I've never heard that.
I thought it was like a shadow, nigga, like on the fucking. It was just like she just got a hairy
She's like, I'm gonna
chest.
send you a nude. He's like, can you take your bra off? It is off. What the fuck is it?
Right. Like a goddamn monkey. Yo, if you out here, listen, cause I don't like y'all, so y'all not gonna like me. I don't like big women with small titties, and I don't like women with hairy ass chests. Fuck y'all. I love y'all, but fuck y'all at the same time. That is all.
Like literally or figuratively?
I don't need them to like. I'm not fucking no. Dog, I can't fuck with no woman with a nah. I'm
Did you
gonna
go hold
get
the hair
canceled.
like horse reins?
Nah, dog. Big woman with like small titties, bro. Like everything moved but her chest. I can't handle that shit. Like everything was in that bitch, and her chest just standing still. Like, I can't do that shit, man.
Go against the grain.
Fucking belly go over your titty. I don't want to do that shit.
All right, any last words?
No.
No. All right, y'all. Peace out.
Bye.
Yeah, we living in a world where these niggas ungrateful, these bitches unfaithful. Teams is full of snakes too. Even when you pass all the life tests, they degrade you. Surrounded by the hateful, the reason I'm so hateful. Niggas sour at your success, it's so distasteful. But I ain't worried about these starving niggas, my plate full. I swear they claim they hungry for beef, yet they don't want it. Especially when you put a couple of meals up in their stomach. From it, I'm sick of these lame niggas who jaw jack. There's a list of rappers you shouldn't name in your small reps. You ought to maybe think about adding hours and fall back. We respond with texts like we too busy to call back. All when I show up at your house, nigga. The whip is white, I'm whipping light like a house, nigga. If you acting scared to come out, nigga, the Smith or polygamist, I vow to let it ring on your spouse, nigga. In this world, it's survival of the fittest, nigga. I keep my head on a swivel as I pivot, nigga. Every day could be your last, that's how I live it, nigga. And every day I'm living, I'ma get it, nigga. I'm up getting the money while they slumber. I won't stop getting over till I'm under. I'm trying to make the block hotter every summer. Still getting chicken, but it won't suppress my hunger.